Hey everybody, welcome back to Minor Stuff. I'm Matt.
I'm Pat.
We're the Minor Brothers. Today we're doing our top 5 bourbons for alternatives to Blanton's. Let's get into it.
Alright, welcome back everybody. First thing we want to do is we want to say thank you so much to all of our followers. You guys have been absolutely amazing lately. Coming through, hooking us up with some bourbon. Also just, subscribing to the channel, getting us up towards that 1,000 mark, which is fantastic. We're truly honored that so many people are following us and going to continue, to keep growing. So please subscribe to the channel, like this video, drop some comments down below. Hang into the end of the video. We're going to tell you how you can win something by dropping a comment down below. Matt, we got to give away something for last week, don't we?
So yeah, last week we did one of these special rocks glasses that's engraved with Minor Stuff, and we did the random comment generator, and Michael Bradis, you are the winner. We'll be commenting down below on your comment. Have you just send us an email. We'll get hooked up with information, and we'll get a glass to you. So today, Pat, while we're going to be doing this, we're going to be just enjoying this Blue Note Juke Joint Whiskey. This is uncut, unfiltered, at, 121.5 proof, store pick, and I'll tell you, it's pretty delicious.
Yeah, very good.
Definitely getting a lot of good apple notes and stuff out of it. So.
Yeah, very fruity.
But anyways,
and not too much burn either, which is
I know. So let's talk about Blanton's. Everybody, when they get into bourbon, wants the little horsies, and for good reason. It is a good bourbon. It's not a $150, $200 bourbon.
Well, let's just start with the bottle is iconic because of its shape compared to all the other bottles. Yep. And the collectible horses that can spell Blanton's on it, because, getting into it, who doesn't want to spell Blanton's? that's the goal of a lot of people saying, oh my god, this is pretty cool, I want to get that. So, just off of how cool it looks, not talking about how good the taste is of it, just how cool the bottle is with the horse topper.
Yeah, which a lot of people will buy just for that type of stuff. However, there's other people who'd buy it for what's inside of it. And that's definitely me, because this thing is good. And it's a good $60, maybe even $70, $80, whatever bourbon. It is a single barrel. They are delicious, coming at 93 proof. This one, they have their dump date on it, which is cool because something else everybody tries to do is get a dump date for something, kid being born, birthday, marriage, anything of that. So it is pretty cool that it can make a lot of little things collectible personally to you.
Yep, definitely. And it is the first single barrel done by Elmer T. Lee. So, there's a lot of history there, which is really cool. And he knew what he was doing putting these flavors in here because it is so smooth. It is a great bourbon to start getting into higher end stuff where you're going to start really noticing those difference of flavors that's in it.
But with all that stuff, this thing makes this thing impossible to find.
Yeah, our first bottle was what, $160?
I think it was $160, $165 or something like that, because we were searching for well over 2 years. I couldn't find it anywhere. Saw one sitting on the shelf, and I was like, oh, I have to do it just to see what it's all about.
And it was good?
It was good, but it wasn't that good.
It wasn't $160 good.
But you know what? We all live, we learn, and I've learned, and now we're lucky enough to find everything pretty much at retail.
Yeah.
We pretty much pass it up if it's not retail.
There's a little, Matt put the tips and tricks that we have up above my head, our video we did on how we find it. We've been finding this for retail now for quite a while. You just got to know when the drop date is, where the drops go, and you'll figure that out pretty quickly as well. But Matt, what are we going to do for alternatives?
All right, so you want to get into this, but you can't find this bottle. What's something else that's, one, going to be a good flavor? One, not going to be crazy huge proof. You're looking for a similar experience drinking. A good pleasurable sweet sip, that type of stuff. So we'll let you go first, Pat. Which was the first bottle you're picking up?
First, we have quite a bit of alternatives that we could go through. My first one that I did was a 1792 bottled in bond. So you can find these on the shelves pretty easily, I would say, for about $40. So price-wise, you're paying less than Blanton's, which is fantastic. Coming in at 100 proof, so it's a good proof level. It's just a little bit higher than Blanton's. The flavors are there with the vanilla, the caramel. This got a little bit more rye spice, I feel like, than the Blanton's does, but still has really solid flavors.
Absolutely, absolutely, definitely a good choice, I think. One of my first choices is going to be the Four Roses Single Barrel. We don't talk a lot about Four Roses on our channel, but it's a great bourbon. It's something that we've been drinking a lot of for a long time. And this is another, it's single barrel comparison. It's definitely not going to be anywhere close. Buffalo Trace, you're getting a lot more usual cherry notes and stuff like that.
Yep.
This one, you're going to get, obviously more of the little floral, the more natural notes and stuff. And it's not going to be, I think, as sweet as the Blanton's is, but it's still a great drinking experience.
Yep.
And I definitely think that this is a great bottle. If you can't find this, because this thing, $45 to $49, depending on where you're shopping.
I think Four Roses is underestimated in a lot of the bourbon community.
I absolutely agree.
So my next pick, I went with a single barrel as well. Evan Williams single barrel. So very affordable. This is around $30. So about half the price of what a Blanton's going to cost you, but you can pretty well find this easily.
Well, you used to be able to find it easily. Now they're pulling them off the shelf. So if you find them out there, go ahead and buy them because it's only Kentucky only. But you can still order.
But
online.
that change was very recently.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So before that, you could easily find this. 86.6 proof. So it's a little bit lower than Blanton's, but still, in the same ballpark. You're not going to be burning it in at 130 or anything crazy like that, which is good because I'm not a big person of high proof. I like it lower. That's why I think one reason I like Blanton so much. Even Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, that whole line is great because it's not overly proofed for me. Great oak, caramel flavors with this. You also get a little bit of graham cracker in there. So it's missing some of the fruity notes that the Blanton's would have, but still I think a really solid flavor. And it's single barrel too. So
yeah, absolutely. All right, my next one, another single barrel. This is going to be the higher proof one. This is 110 proof, but Russell's Reserve. I think this is a solid bottle no matter what. I mean, it is going to be $60 to $70 depending on where you're finding it at. The flavor notes are absolutely great, but it is super smooth, delicious, easy sipper. I love it on the rocks. That's just my personal way for this one. There's a couple that I really do prefer neat. This one is one I do on the rocks. And it is just a very smooth, easy sip, just like this one would be.
Yeah.
Very smooth, very easy, and it's got great flavors. The 110 proof, you don't even really notice the proof as much because
especially
it does drink easy.
when you put it on ice, like we normally put most of our stuff on ice. That putting it on ice will knock that proof down a little bit, and that is a really smooth sipper. It doesn't feel like 110 at all.
Absolutely.
So rounding out our top five, now some people might say this is hard to find, just like Blanton's. However, again, we haven't had a problem finding it. It is, allocated, but we can still, get our hands on it. Yeah, every month. Eagle Rare.
Another one from Buffalo Trace.
Yep, another one from Buffalo Trace, but very, very similar. Which is nice. So this is coming in at about $40-ish. Now it's maybe a little bit more than that. It seems like they started upping the prices because of it getting allocated so much. Coming in at 90 proof, so again, right in that proof range as well. And this has the Buffalo Trace flavors that Blanton's has as well. So I think this is going to put you more in line with Blanton's flavor.
And at $40, though, it's a little bit cheaper, easier to get. 10 years, so you're going to be a little bit higher age stated than what Blanton's would be at. And I'd almost say if I was hunting and I could get one or two of these, well, this one or this one, I'd probably go with this one. Just because it's cheaper, every single person that every person I've given Blanton's to has liked it, but every single person that I've given Eagle Rare to, they've loved it.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where it's going to be cheaper, it's going to be easier to find. This is an easy choice.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one as well. I would actually probably go Eagle Rare over Blanton's for my personal preference. But again, that's just our preference for it. But I mean, it is so solid, and you're never going to get a complaint about it.
So anyways, down in the comments below, let us know what you guys think would be a great alternative to Blanton's. That way everybody else checking out the video can get some other ideas. I mean, another one that we we know of would be like Blade and Bow. That's another good one.
That was questionable on the list.
I was gonna say we had so many, it was hard to sort of narrow the list down to 5.
Yeah, I think we had easy 10.
Yeah.
That we were talking about, and we had to knock it down.
And there's so much out there now that you can pick from a lot of different things that are gonna be good priced, good flavored, good sippers, all that type of stuff.
So in the comments, Matt, since they're commenting, let's give something away again in the comments.
So we got one last glass after this. We're actually waiting to get some more in. But we're going to do one more this week for this. If you do hashtag bourbon down in the comments down below, you'll be entered for next Friday's drawing. When we release our video, we'll pick a winner next Friday for this video. And you can get one of these. And we're going to end up having some merch coming out. We're working on shirts. We obviously have the hats. We're getting these, some Glencairns, a whole bunch of different stuff. So we'll be slowly, getting that out once we find reputable people that can give us a good supply of stuff, so we make sure that we give you guys a good supply of good quality stuff.
So make sure you drop hashtag bourbon down in the comments below so you enter to win that really cool rocks glass.
Absolutely. And thank you guys, everybody, for following us along. Everybody, hope you like this video and have a good one.